Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Miss Bibi Dawta, and today we're going to do some curry chicken back and some thighs. So of course I have my lemon, to wash my meat, and some vinegar, doesn't matter what brand. And I have an assortment of seasonings here. Feel free to use whatever you want to use. I have my cayenne pepper, some black pepper, which I don't usually use, but I'm using it today. Of course, my pimento green them, can't do without those. And some garlic scallion spice, if that's what it's called, yeah. Then I have this line of products from Jamaica Valley. It's a UK-based company, Jamaican owned. And so I have the garlic, the all-purpose seasoning, and I think this has some Scotch bonnet in there too. So you gotta be careful when using that one. And then the curry. I really love their curry. It's not as yellow and stainy as some that I've used. So I invested in this large pack and I've had it over a year. So here I have I would call them my garden seasonings, my herbs, my sweet peppers, different colors, except the green. I had to throw that out because it wasn't good. And of course, you can't cook meat without thyme. Can't cook nothing without thyme in a one Jamaican kitchen. I need some Irish potato, a little bit of, what's this? Ginger. I had onions. I'm using my pumpkin, guys, and don't tell me nothing for my pumpkin. Don't come at me. I'm using my pumpkin, carrots, and some dill. I love dill. It's a very potent herb, so you don't want to use too much. It's almost like thyme. So you got to be careful with the amount that you're using. But this is just it. I don't have any country pepper, so I'm using some cayenne pepper, which I will add closer to the end of my cooking. You want to go ahead and, clean up your meat, wash it well, and all of these things. You need your lemon, and of course you need your vinegar. So I will go ahead and clean my meat and cut it up, and I'm telling you guys, this gave me some problem. Boy, the knife, it shame a bad. But go ahead and clean your meat, wash your meat, and then I'm gonna just let it soak a little bit with the lime and the vinegar. Of course, so the meat get all over the place. You want to give your kitchen a real good wash after you're done washing your meat, and wash everything that you touch. Wash, wipe, sanitize, do whatever you need to do to clean up. And don't come at me, guys. Yes, I'm gonna wash my meat. I'm also clean up afterwards, because cleaning up is very important. So I use some vinegar here as well to help the cleaning process. So now that my area is all cleaned, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up all my vegetables, and this is what I do before I cook. I prepare everything. I'm not gonna have something on the stove, my pot burn up, and then me have to rush for that. No, me prepare everything first. So you wanna go ahead and clean your vegetables, peel them, make sure they are washed properly, and then you cut them how you want to cut them, whatever size you want to cut them in. And remember, cooking is extremely personal. It's an art. It's whatever you want to put in your food. Whatever you eat, you use it. So that's just what I'm doing. So don't come at me, okay? So using some assorted bell peppers. As I said, the green one, not good, so I dash that way. Yeah. Some garlic. And remember what I said about the dill. You don't want to use too much because it can be overpowering. Scallion, and how you go. You just cut up your thing them and make sure so them wash up and them ready. Yeah. So I'm gonna go in now and do my cuttings, and I'm cutting up my pumpkin. I'm not using a lot, and I usually leave the skin on. So you want to cut it as small as you want to cut it, and I use my pumpkin because I like that little bit of sweetness that it gives my curry. You don't have to use it. You don't have to use it. It's just my curry. Yeah. So you want to go ahead. I also use Irish potato in mine. You go ahead and cut it to the size where you want to cut it. And yeah. So I add Irish potato. the little ginger, you don't want to cut it too small. Well, I don't cut it too small because I don't want to be eating it. And here we are doing the carrots. I turn my carrots on the side and I cut it in that little slant to give it a nice little shape. And I want my carrots big, 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 like food, big. Yeah. So you go ahead and wash. I keep saying washing because we need to remember to wash our vegetables and our food items. So you want to go ahead and wash and cut to your desire, whatever size you want, whatever direction, whatever, I don't know, whatever pattern you want, it's up to you. It's all personal. It's cooking and it's an art. So here I am doing my sweet peppers. Usually I turn the pepper on the other side, but I think them getting on the bad side, so it's harder to cut. So I put them on the skin up so the knife goes down real well. Yeah. And yes, guys, I did have a little stint working in a hotel, so I learned some knife skills. I mean, I need to brush up on the skills. I'm not even holding the knife properly, but hey, it's getting the job done. So just go ahead and cut all your herbs, all your vegetables to the size that you want to. And we're going to set these aside. Like I said, I don't want to be cooking and then my pot a bun up. I mean, after I rush for this and rush for that. So prior to putting my pot on, I always ensure that everything is ready. So yes, I like scallion, I like thyme, and my new favorite is dill, but everything in moderation, right? So go ahead and you finish cut up and set aside and all of these things. Cause me I tell you say, I plan to make a main curry chicken back today. Yeah. So here I have my herbs, vegetables, all ready and prepared, packing them away, setting them aside. And then you want to go ahead and pack away what needs, to go back in your fridge. So here we are now. We're ready to start up with thing. We're ready now. Yeah. So just go ahead and add your seasonings. Whatever your preferences are, you just add them. Add them to taste. I don't measure. Typically the Jamaican who listens to our ancestors who say, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Yeah. So I don't measure anything much when it comes to seasonings or just cooking in general. I hardly do measure unless I have to. Even when I'm doing cakes, sometimes I don't measure, but just go ahead and season to your taste. I'm not using any salt while I'm doing the seasonings here because most of these powdered seasonings, they do come with salt. So I will add salt if necessary during the cooking process. So I tell you about the Jamaica Valley curry already. It's really good. I really like it. So I'm adding everything here, my herbs. I'm not putting in my carrots yet because those will be cooked differently, or those will be added to the pot earlier than my herbs and other spices here. So just go ahead and give it a good rub. My friend Eatcookandliveitup, she would say, massage the meat, massage the meat. So some my ancestor tell me say it needs some more curry, right? So I add some more to it and just go ahead and do some more massaging. Yeah, just make sure you rub it in and get it all in there. I use a gloves, guys, so that the curry doesn't mess up my nails. So here it is, all ready. Just gonna go ahead and set it aside because it's time to cook. So here, guys, again, typical Jamaican. So you want to separate your meat from the herbs that you cut up. Yeah, so I went ahead and separated them and just leave this in a cake tin. Yeah, for a little bit from now. Set that aside. And this is when I'm going to go ahead and turn on my flame because guess what happened? I'm ready for the pot come alive. So you're going to go ahead and add a little bit of oil. It might look like it's enough, but it's not a lot, I promise you. Hear that sizzle? Drop a piece of thyme in there with some pimento. Yeah. And you want to go ahead now and just add your meat. You hear that? Yeah. So you add your pieces, make sure everything has a space on the bottom of the pot. And guys, I allow this to, I don't know what you call it, fry. It's not really frying because there's no air passing through the pieces, but I just allow it to cook a little bit, 5 to 6 minutes, and then I turn them. After doing that, I go ahead and I put the cover on. Look at me fighting the cover right there. So I put the cover on basically to let it steam. I'm not ready to add the water yet, okay? So here it is. Going to give you a close-up. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. So, see, all that water that you see there was generated from the meat itself. I did not add water to my curry as yet. So I went ahead and I added the pumpkin, the ginger, and the carrots because those will take a longer time to cook. And you cover that and you make that go on. So now I'm ready to go ahead and add the water and the seasonings. I'm going to separate some of the seasonings so that at the end I can add them to give it a fresh pop of color. Yeah, that's how I do it, guys. So you go ahead and you add your water and your seasonings, your vegetables. Yeah, I don't know how much water I add. I just put enough in there. And if you're cooking and it requires more water, then you go ahead and you add more. And if it doesn't require more, you just make it cook out. Yeah. So here we are. What a beauty. Yeah, guys. So I'm going to cover this and let it cook down for 20 minutes. About 20 minutes. Meanwhile, my dumpling, them are simmer over here. So, yeah. So this is what it looks like, guys. It's not totally ready, but I'm adding the balance of my vegetables to give it that pop of color. And then after about 30 minutes cooking, this is what it is. You see that gravy oil thick? I didn't add a lot of water. No. And my auntie had to beg me for gravy. So yeah, she got gravy. So I'm attempting here to plate my food while holding the camera. And I must say I made a mess. You see that little thyme? The flavor from the thyme and the scallion in the food is just superb, me I tell you. Flavorful, bad. So today, of course, I'm going to be doing a mukbang. My very first mukbang. And I'll tell you why it's my first. So you want to go ahead and, you know, put whatever serving you want, how much ever amount of food you want, you put it in there. Today I'm eating 2 dumplings and 1 piece of yam. And I kind of like the chicken big sometimes because, you know, chicken back don't really have no meat. So you don't really want to chop it up too fine. This is the finished product. See you in the mukbang. Hey fam. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to do my first mukbang. All because all along, to be honest, I thought, between you and I thought a mukbang was a video where you had to be eating a whole lot of food, just a whole lot of food. And I could not find myself eating as much food as I usually see being eaten during a mukbang. So I decided to do some research. What is a mukbang? And it turns out to be, you know, a combination of 2 words. And it's basically just eating in front of the camera while being interactive with your audience. And so today I am going to try doing a mukbang. So I have my yam and chicken, yeah, curry chicken. And you see my carrot big because I like my carrots like food. See, yeah, I like it like food. So I have 2 dumplings and curry chicken and a piece of yam. So what are we going to talk about today? Is it going to be the fact that I was scared about doing a mukbang because I didn't want to eat in front of the audience. Oh, sorry. Dear God, let us pray. Amen. And usually, guys, I don't pray aloud. It's just me. I don't pray aloud. I pray in my mind, unless I'm asked to do a prayer, like a general prayer, then I would pray aloud. But once I'm alone, I just pray in my mind. Yeah, I do that. So, guys, I'm having curry chicken back and thighs. But I only took out the back because that's what I want, the bony bony. And this is a piece of Irish potato. So, where's the camera? That's it, right? So, you can have a piece. Yeah. And you guys would have seen me putting the pumpkin in because I like the sweetness of the pumpkin in my curry. I don't always do it. I do it sometimes. I put whatever I want to put in my chicken or in whatever I'm cooking. It's just something personal. Cooking is personal. It's creative art, right? So I like the sweetness of the pumpkin, you know, with everything. And like I said, I really like my carrot human size. I like it big so I can eat it like food. Yeah, I didn't have we call it country pepper at Jamaica, but here it's just hot pepper or Scotch bonnet pepper. I didn't have that, the real one, so I used cayenne pepper and I added it at the end. And I also use the all-purpose seasoning, which has Scotch bonnet in there. So trust me, guys, this is spicy and sweet with the taste of the pumpkin. You know, when you have the bite of the pumpkin, that's when you taste the sweetness. And then the curry is spicy, as it should be. Curry needs to be spicy, y'all. Another reason why I don't eat in front of the camera is that maybe me eat loud, but also I eat slowly, extremely slowly, extremely. Yeah. So by the time I get to maybe 10 minutes of this broadcast, my food cold, and I probably don't want no more because it's cold. But let's talk about forgiveness. What is forgiveness and how easy it is? How easy is it for you to forgive? Do you forgive easily? Do you hold a grudge? Do you forgive and forget? Do you forgive but don't forget? Do you not forgive and not forget? Talk to me. For me, it all depends on the circumstance, depends on the person, and it depends on how hurt I was with the situation. Most times I easily forgive. I do easily forgive. Sometimes it takes me a longer time. You know, I have to sit and think about it and really think about how it affects me. You know, presently, how it will affect me in the future if me not forgive and stuff like that. And then other times, I think I may have one or two people that I have not forgiven. I don't know how much it still affects me, but I'm not forgive them. Yeah. But I feel like forgiveness is something personal. It's nothing you should say, okay, you go to church and church say you must forgive, or your parents say you must forgive and forget, or whatever. It's personal. It's whatever. You know, it's how it affects you, the individual. So I may forgive you quite easily depending on the situation, and then I may just not forgive you, but I will never forget. I can tell you that. I will not forget. Nope. You do me something once, you might do me twice because I put myself in the position and it happened a second time or so. But me not forget it. No, me not forget none at all. And that because you do me something a second or a third time doesn't mean I forgot the first time or the first two times. It just means, like I said, I put myself in that position to be hurt by you again. But your day I go come because there's gonna be a day where there will not be a position for you to hurt me. This is the deal. Yeah. I mean, if it's big like this, I don't eat it. But most time I cut it up real small, so you don't even notice that you're tasting it. But I tell you, the dill has this flavor. I can't even put my finger on it. It's like thyme and sugar. It's like thyme and sugar mixed up. You just have this real nice flavor. It can be potent if you add too much. Like if you make dill rice is really nice. But I just add it to my meat the way you would add like thyme. You know, not, well, me love enough thyme, but not too much if you don't want it to take over the flavor of whatever it is you're cooking. Right. So, yeah, that's me with forgiveness, right? And you see what I tell you? Me eat and me can't, because I'm talking, it's hard for me to eat. It's so hard for me to eat, but let me. So this is piece of the dumpling. Yeah, dumpling and gravy, y'all. Yeah. My auntie said, when you have cooked the chicken, please cook gravy. Because you know me not cook gravy. Don't want to get all messed up, people. I have a meeting in a bit, and you know, these days everything is online, and even though you're online, you still want to present yourself well for whatever it is that you're doing online. So I don't want to get myself, you know, messed up with my curry. So do I need to be forgiven, or do I need to forgive before I move on? Me, no. If you have done me something that I think is unkind, you don't have to, oh, the question is, do I need to be apologized to? Yes, that's the question. Does somebody need to apologize to me if they have done me wrong? And can I move on without that apology? And the simple answer to that is yes, I can move on without that apology. Often I move on without that apology because for me, if you're not really remorseful about whatever it is and you come to me, I brush it off. It's almost like you will never even apologize in the first place. So for me, you don't have to apologize. You do me something, I move on. I'm not going to let what you have done affect me, or to the point where if you do not return to apologize to me, I feel worse. No. I actually move on with my life. And I want to say, if you don't apologize, that is probably one of the reasons you will never get to do it to me a second time. Because I'm going to remember that you didn't apologize. I'm going to remember that you were not remorseful, that you felt no way about doing what you did to me. And the thing is that sometimes people hurt you and they don't know that they hurt you. But when you hurt me, I'm going to make you know. Yep, I'm going to call it out. I'm going to make you know. And if you don't feel sorry for what you did, then it's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to, because, you know, there have been times, yes, there have been times when persons have said I said something or did something that's hurtful to them. And whatever I said or did, I actually did mean to say it or do it. I did mean it. And I will apologize for the hurt that the person, you know, faced or experienced. But I'm not going to apologize for what I said because I really did mean to say it. That's just me. So if the shoe is on the other foot and somebody did mean to say something and it hurt my feelings and I let them know and they are not sorry for how it made me feel, neither are they sorry for what they said, then me can't do nothing about that. There's nothing me can do except move on with my life, right? What about you? Do you sit and wait? Do you expect to be apologized to? And if not, do you hold a grudge? Do you unforgive? Do you not forgive that person and say, me not apologize or me not move on or me go hurt until the person said I'm sorry or whatever the case is? Like I said, forgiveness is for me. It's not for the other person. Forgiveness is for me. It's because I don't want to walk on the other side of the street when I see the person. I don't have to call to you. I don't have to say nothing to you. But me don't want my heart skip no beat when me see you. So, I want to forgive you for whatever you did to me. And I want to accept it. Some things are unforgivable, but I accept that it was done. And we just move on with my life. Yeah. So here we have some more dumpling. Sorry, me I eat and I share. Or am I eating? So dumpling and carrots with chicken. Take a bite. You say it moist and nice? Yeah. Like I told you guys before, me eat really slow. So a mukbang is not going to work for me unless maybe I'm having some fruits and it's an easy chew and stuff. So I still have most of the food left. Yeah, still have the yam. Have not touched that. Still have a whole dumpling and a half. So that's just me, But I'll finish it. I have enough time. Maybe while I'm in the meeting, I'll have the rest of it. But forgiveness, forgive yourself, yes. And me not tell you to forgive anybody else. That's up to you. It's all personal. So on another note, before I go, look what I got. Okay, so this is a snack. I think it's pronounced Sahel. I'm going to say Sahel. And it has toasted coconut, rum glaze, it's pineapple, cashew, and cherries, right? And it's pineapple, rum, cashew, coconut snack mix. Guys, it is so good. It's addictive, I'm telling you. My auntie gave it to me a couple weeks ago, and then I saw it in my room yesterday, so she gave me another one. So it's something that you can try if you are, on the healthy side. Doesn't even matter. You can try it even if you're not on the healthy side. It's really, really good though. Really rummy and addictive. Like I said, when you start eating it, you're not gonna want to stop. I had to make myself stop eating it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me prepare this meal and also trying to eat some of this meal in front of the camera. Remember to, do whatever works for you when it comes to forgiving and or forgetting. And don't let anybody force you to do what you don't want to do. You do it for you, right? So thank you for watching. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if this is your first time, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Go ahead, subscribe, and ensure that you click the notification bell so that whenever I upload any video, you are one of the first to be notified. So thank you.